After over 40 years of planning and anticipation, Dallas's new train is finally coming. The DART Silver Line is set to connect key cities across North Texas, making travel faster, easier, and less dependent on highways. However, with delays, rising costs, and questions about readership, some are wondering, is this project truly worth waiting so long? When will it truly become a reality? And what could it mean for the future of transportation in the Metroplex? Let's find out in today's episode. Let's start with images of the new and modern trains that will be launched for the DART Silver Line. This project will operate a fleet of 8 Stadler Flirt diesel multiple-unit DMU trains built in Salt Lake City, Utah. DMUs are self-contained and self-propelled, meaning they don't require separate locomotives, and they allow for bi-directional operation. They're also more cost-effective to maintain compared to traditional locomotive-hauled trains. Equipped with EPA Tier 4 compliant diesel engines, the Silver Line trains meet stringent environmental standards, significantly reducing harmful emissions like nitrogen oxides and particulate matter. Each vehicle is designed to accommodate up to 485 passengers, including 230 seats in a mix of fixed, flip-up, and multi-directional configurations. Passenger comfort is prioritized with level boarding for easy access, LED lighting, designated baggage areas, and USB chargers at every seat. Additional features include automated passenger counters, APCs for ridership tracking. The trains are engineered for a quieter ride, incorporating sound-reducing elements such as polyethylene foam in bogie areas, wheel skirts, HVAC enclosures, and variable speed cooling fans. DART also plans to operate under designated quiet zones for most of whole route, meaning train horns will typically remain silent unless required for safety. So what exactly is the DART Silver Line? The DART Silver Line, also known as the Cotton Belt Rail Line, is a major infrastructure project in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, operated by Dallas Area Rapid Transit, DART. The DART Silver Line project encompasses a 26-mile double-track passenger rail alignment and 67.7 miles of total track extending from the extensive Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport eastward to Shiloh Road in Plano. This significant infrastructure development will serve a total of 7 cities within the North Texas region: Grapevine, Coppell, Dallas, Carrollton, Addison, Richardson, and Plano. Along this corridor, 10 strategically located regional rail stations will provide access to the service: Shiloh Road, 12th Street, City Line Bush, UT Dallas, Knoll Trail, Addison, Downtown Carrollton, Cypress Waters, DFW North, and DFW Terminal B. The project also features over 40 major structures, including a variety of bridge types and structural designs adapted to the complex urban environment between DFW Airport and Northeast Dallas. To meet the demands of tight spaces and limited clearances, engineers incorporated through girders, pre-stressed girders, and specialized substructures. Jacobs, the project's lead engineering firm, developed several innovative solutions. These include 2 signature aesthetic arches in Richardson and at Midway, an ornamental truss structure, and multiple bridges designed to maintain vertical clearance beneath existing roads. Additional features such as integrated noise walls on urban bridges, transition ties, and a sophisticated pump station highlight the project's technical complexity and urban integration. Now let's move to the reasons why the DART Silver Line is such a big deal for North Texas. North Texas has experienced rapid growth in recent years, driving the need for major improvements to its transportation infrastructure. The DART Silver Line is a key response to this demand, aiming to strengthen mobility and connectivity across the northern part of the DART service area. This commuter rail line is designed to link major job centers, residential neighborhoods, and activity hubs, making public transit more accessible and reliable for thousands of daily commuters. Projections indicate a substantial ridership on the Silver Line, with an estimated 11,200 weekday riders by the year 2040. This increased connectivity will provide a reliable transportation option for a large number of people, facilitating access to the approximately 210,000 jobs located within a half-mile radius of the Silver Line corridor. The Silver Line supports several core goals: improving mobility, enhancing access to employment in densely populated areas, and providing efficient connections within the broader DART network. It will integrate with the Red Line at City Line Bush and 12th Street stations, the Green Line at downtown Carrollton, and the Orange Line at DFW Airport. Additionally, it will connect to TexRail at DFW North and to the airport's Skylink People Mover system, creating seamless links across the Dallas-Fort Worth region. With all the information we've just discussed, do you think the nearly 45-year wait for this rail line is truly worth it? Comment 1 if you say yes, and 0 if you want to say no. Oh, and if you're still on the fence, I've got one more piece of info that might interest you, especially if you live in the area or plan to visit, about the service. Service will be offered 7 days per week, with more frequent service during weekday morning and evening peak periods. Specifically, it will run from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m., with peak hour service from 6 to 9 a.m., from 4 to 7 p.m., operating every 30 minutes in each direction. Off-peak and weekend service will be hourly. The full trip from Shiloh Road in Plano to DFW Airport Terminal B will take approximately 60 minutes, including station dwell times. Fares will align with DART's existing light rail system, currently $3 for a 3-hour pass and $6 for a day pass. Adjustments may be made for special events to accommodate increased ridership. Before we continue, if you're passionate about trains and how rail is shaping our cities, you're in the right place. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell now so you never miss an update on the latest rail projects, transit news, and deep dives into the future of transportation. Thanks for riding along with us. So until now, you may wonder how close the Silver Line is to becoming a reality, and what's happening behind the scenes right now. In fact, until now, the DART Silver Line project is over 90% complete. Construction is organized into 3 main segments for effective management. Segment C, which spans from Plano to Richardson, reached substantial completion in late 2024. This milestone allowed for the initiation of vehicle testing, which officially began in the third quarter of 2024. Testing is being conducted in a segmented manner, with local communities receiving notifications as test operations progress through their areas. While full passenger service is currently projected to begin between late 2025 and early 2026, the DART board has yet to finalize the operating plan. A public hearing is scheduled to take place in 2025 to help determine the final service schedule. Recent construction efforts include the relocation of underground utilities between I-635 and MacArthur Boulevard, as well as key overnight road closures to accommodate infrastructure work. Notable closures include Coit Road and the Dallas North Tollway in April 2025, both for the installation of pedestrian bridges. Additionally, dormant rail crossings in Plano and Richardson have been reactivated due to the return of freight rail service along sections of the corridor. Station construction is also nearing completion, with 91% of the work finished as of February 2025. Current efforts are focused on building out pedestrian connections and developing station parking lots. However, the project faces potential challenges, including possible funding reductions being considered by state lawmakers. 2 identical bills, House Bill 3187 and Senate Bill 1557, would reduce member cities' contributions to the Transportation Authority by 25%. These concerns were raising questions about future project stability and funding continuity. However, this represents only a minor challenge when viewed in the context of the project's overall scope and long-term development. The first included in DART's 1983 service plan and later in the 2030 transit system plan, the project was shelved in 2010 due to revenue shortfalls and budget deficits. An attempt to use private funding for the Dallas and Tarrant County segments failed after the Texas legislature did not pass necessary legislation in 2013. Without private investment, DART projected that the line couldn't be built until at least the mid-2030s. A breakthrough came in 2018 when DART secured a $908 million federal railroad, rehabilitation, and improvement financing loan, allowing construction to begin in 2019. However, costs continued to rise. An additional $109 million was approved for building a second track along the entire route, bringing the design-build contract to its maximum allowable cost of $923 million. Even with funding in place, delays mounted. The service launch slipped from a planned December 2022 opening to a projected late 2025 to mid-2026 timeframe. Looking ahead, the Silver Line forms a key component of DART's long-term strategy to support regional growth and enhanced connectivity. So what are the long-term plans for the Silver Line? Future expansion plans include extending the line eastward from Shiloh Road to Wiley, with proposed new stations in both Murphy and Wiley. Another major proposal envisions a northward extension from Parker Road Station to McKinney, an ambitious 18-mile project projected to cost between $700 million and $900 million. This extension is expected to serve 7,000 to 8,000 daily riders by the year 2045. These planned developments are designed to meet the demands of a rapidly growing region, which is forecasted to add nearly 4 million new residents and 2.2 million jobs by 2045, according to DART's strategic outlook. That's all for today. What do you think about the DART Silver Line? Will this new train deliver on its promises of improved mobility and regional growth? Great to hear your thought in the comment.